What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to an intriguing Anfield Agenda late night roundup, but we're going to be talking about a couple of subjects. We're going to be talking about Liverpool's interest in Kvaratskhelia and how that has been confirmed by multiple sources. We're also going to be speaking about the breaking news today that there are clubs making moves to try to sign Harvey Elliott in the summer, and I want to ask you guys for your take on that. We're also going to be giving you some updates around some other Liverpool news as well along the way, but of course, you know we want to know your thoughts, so do let us know in the comment section. Drop a like in the video if you enjoy it, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So I'm not going to hang around, I'm going to get straight into it, and I want to start off with a conversation around Omar Marmoush. Manchester City look like they've agreed personal terms with the player, according to various reports, but what we don't yet have is news of any confirmation of an agreement on a fee there. It looks like Frankfurt, according to Florian Plettenberg and other reports coming out of Germany, want €80 million or about £67 million for a January move for Omar Marmoush. If it was to be in the summer, that figure would be significantly less. Now, a lot of Liverpool fans in the chat tonight felt disappointment that Liverpool aren't in the mix for this signature, and all I can say is I feel the same, but I would hope that there is a rhyme or reason to it. So maybe they don't feel like we need the player, maybe they don't feel like now is the right time, or maybe they don't want to match the numbers on offer by City. But either way, it's certainly looking like it's not going to be a Liverpool signing in the short term anyway. Moving on to the next one, it's Harvey Elliott, and a report that came out earlier on from Sky Sports suggested that there is interest ramping up in Harvey Elliott from not just Premier League clubs, but Borussia Dortmund over in the Bundesliga as well. And this has kind of surprised me because I just don't feel he's been given a chance on the Arne slot yet. And I suppose I have to caveat that by saying he was injured at a very unfortunate time where he probably would have gotten an opportunity. And sometimes football is about hard luck stories, but I still think that he deserves the chance. And we asked the chat tonight what they think, and would they rather lose Elliot or Jones? And it was a resounding answer that they would rather lose Curtis Jones. So, yeah, your thoughts on that whole situation would be much appreciated, because I'm a little bit surprised by it. Harvey Elliott, to me, is not really seen his full potential yet because he hasn't been given enough time to show it. So I'm open to the fact that maybe I am a bit of an optimist in that regard. So let me know if you think I'm wrong about it. Now, though, one stat that may surprise you is one around Wataru Endo. Connor sent this to me earlier on, and I was shocked about it. Would you believe me if I told you that Endo has played most of his minutes as a centre-back in his career, or most games in his career as a centre-back? Caught me off guard as well. I knew he played some games there before, but the numbers are interesting. As a centre-back, he's played 240 games, defensive midfielder 192, central midfielder 34, and right back 15. So there you go. Wataru Endo, he's feeling right at home there at centre-back last night, and thoughts on that as well will be much appreciated. So we move now to the big story of the night, which is Liverpool's interest in Kvaratskhelia, which has been confirmed far and wide at this point. You've got David Ornstein, Fabrizio Romano, Paul Joyce and many others reporting on this. Paul Joyce said, Liverpool are monitoring the situation of the Napoli winger Kvaratskhelia and may decide to act if the Georgia star looks likely to leave this month. Liverpool are willing to pounce if the opportunity arises to sign Kvaratskhelia, according to Simon Jones of the Mail. Now, that particular report sounds a lot like the Lenny Yoro situation, where we were told that if Real Madrid didn't put the money on the table, that Liverpool were there in the wings waiting. Real Madrid walked away, and now Lenny Yoro plays for Manchester United. So, take that particular one with a pinch of salt. Another one here from Sky Sports said Liverpool are aware of Kvaratskhelia, and the prospect of a January exit from Napoli has alerted the club further. So to try and join all this together, you ask, right, Kvaratskhelia, left winger, we have some of those, so why would we be looking? And there are only a few avenues here that I can really open up for you. Firstly, there is the hypothetical situation that's arisen where Luis Diaz may still have eyes for Barcelona. I don't know that to be the case or not. I'm just talking about hypotheticals. But we also know that Napoli have an interest in replacing Kvaratskhelia with one of our own, Federico Chiesa. He is one of two options that they are looking at. So then you're thinking, right, if Liverpool have doubts around Chiesa, whether he's settling, whether he's going to be trusted by the manager or not, and Napoli want him, then you can see a possibility where Liverpool might look to upgrade a little bit if you want, and put a few quid down on top of Chiesa to bring in Kvaratskhelia. The number, as you've heard mentioned, seems to be about 80 million quid. But by far the most, I guess, backed option in our chat tonight, because we did run a poll on it, is Darwin Núñez to be sold. Now, I have nothing new on interest in Darwin Núñez other than the stuff we've spoken about previously. AC Milan have been interested. They're also talking about Marcus Rashford there. There's been interest from Saudi Arabia, so I don't know which one is the main one, but it certainly does look as if there is interest here from Liverpool and Kvaratskhelia. Now, the question I would have is, the cynic in me feels, is this being used as bait for us as fans? Is this the distraction where the window goes by, we find a way not to sign Kvaratskhelia, we don't get the contract renewed this month, and we don't make the signings in the positions that many of us feel we need signings in? I hope not. I'd like to think that they give us a little bit more credit than that and we're not that gullible, but who knows at this point. But what I would also say is, we do need to focus on the window, because there are still the contracts to get resolved. And for me, a midfielder is the number one priority. In fact, we put that to a vote as well tonight on the channel. 40% of people said that they want a midfielder, and then down through the list, the next was a left back, then a centre back, and then an attacker. So seeing us once again linked with attackers is, well, it's a little bit weird, isn't it, when it's one area where, at least numerically, we're well stocked. So I really am asking more than anything tonight for your help in trying to figure this one out, because it's exciting to hear the name Ivica Kvaratskhelia linked with Liverpool. You throw in then the whole Georgi Mamardashvili aspect of a fellow Georgian teammate who'll be coming to the club next season, and you can see why it becomes an attractive prospect to fans. But I just hope we're not being led down the garden path again, and we don't see a situation play out where maybe Paris Saint-Germain offer more money for Kvaratskhelia and Liverpool can't match it, because what Liverpool can offer that PSG can't is a realistic chance of winning the Champions League and a better league and more eyes on you. Because let's be honest about it, if you go to PSG, there's two reasons to go there. Either you're a French footballer that wants to play for the most high-profile French club, or you're a mercenary who's going there for a payday. And if anybody chooses that avenue over coming to Liverpool Football Club, I think that tells us enough about their motivation in the game. So I don't even view their interest in him as one that should be a barrier to Liverpool if they really have an interest in signing Ivica Kvaratskhelia. So that is pretty much it from me tonight. We won't have a live stream tomorrow. We're out for the Christmas dinner, if you want to call it that, for the business. So we're going out tomorrow night, because we, obviously over Christmas it was busy and we had to put it off. So we will have a video coming out about 4 o'clock, a news video, and then the preview for the Accrington game will be coming out at about 8 o'clock tomorrow night. I'm not around on Saturday for the game, as I mentioned previously, but I will be back Saturday evening. We'll go through a late night agenda and the news video as always. I'll talk to you guys then. Thank you so much for watching. Much love. Bye-bye.